Amidst the lockdown, wildlife is seen to have optimistically flourished, but with recent acts of heinous crime against wildlife animals such as maiming, killing, skinning, poaching, and hunting, it has raised concerns over the fact that many of which are endangered species. These kinds of acts can be detrimental on nature and the environment as a whole, expressed H. C. Chowdhury, IFS Additional Principal, Chief Conservator of Forest Wildlife Meghalaya. As the lockdown continues, it is utterly disheartening to be informed of such indecent incidents where people are breaking lockdown protocols merely to go out hunting for one's pleasure. People should understand, respect, and follow protocols as prescribed, stated the IFS officer. However, that is not the case every time, as most residents of certain areas and villages do inform the concerned department if they witness wildlife animal in human territory, added H. C. Chowdhury, IFS officer. It is imperative for people to follow suit as the lockdown has been initiated for a purpose to prevent the further spread of the COVID-19. When wildlife animals are seen entering people's villages amidst the lockdown, it conveys their existence. They may be out into villages in search of food to fill their hunger. Speaking on the incident that occurred a week ago, where an Asiatic black bear was killed at Mauperto and the Penursla area, he informed that the situation cannot be clarified as of now, since the incident is booked under an act to perform necessary procedure with detailed scrutiny and investigation to unearth how the Asiatic black bear arrived at the area. According to one report, it was observed that the bear was caught in an entrap set up by the farmers in Mauperto to prevent wildlife animals from destroying their cultivation. The department has been making efforts to ensure that endangered species are preserved and protected, and if one is to ignorantly kill and hunt, the person will be booked under Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Furthermore, the department is eager to collectively work with the general public of the state to preserve these endangered animals and wildlife, as they have an overall vital positive impact on human lives and nature. To ensure this is carried out, the Department of Forest will be conducting awareness programs and seminars on the importance of conserving wildlife in rural areas.
To the what has happened during this lockdown, I will just want to give a brief background of what laws which governs the protection of wildlife in our state. So, Parliament in the year 1972 enacted the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Act was adopted by our state in the year 1977. Act provides for a comprehensive framework for the protection of wild animal and other wildlife. The Act basically has a 6 schedule. Schedule 1 to 4 has the list of various animals and insects, birds, which need to be protected wherever they are found in the entire state or entire country. Then the Schedule 5 contains certain animals, and few birds, which can be declared as vermin, and once they are declared as vermin, then they could be hunted. Then these are like common crow and some other mice and that, which are basically harmful to the agriculture and other habitations. Then Schedule 6 contains 6 plant species, so which also need to be protected. And so if anyone kills, hunts, or injures any of the plants any of the animals which are listed in Schedule 1 to 4, or picks or uproots or destroy any of the plants which is listed in Schedule 6, then he could be prosecuted as per the provisions of the Wildlife Protection Act. The Act provides for a punishment very stringent punishment, which may range up to 7 years in jail and fine up to 25 rupees. So in our state, basically killing of animals can be divided into 3 broad categories. First one is one where people hunt animals without knowing the implications, because most these people are not aware of the provisions of the Act, so they are not aware that killing of animal is such a huge offence, so they indulge in as a pastime or as a fun. Second one is the people who know but they do it for their own consumption. Whenever they find, they are aware that the hunting of animal is an offense, but even then either uh, as a fun or they hunt these animals. And third ones are basically poachers, which they poach the animals for their organized poachers, means for which they poach the animals for their commercial purpose. They hunt the animals, then they sell in the market, and they basically use it as their organized business. So we department basically need the help of media to tackle first two categories of persons, means to create awareness, to make all these people aware that hunting of animal is a serious offense. So we need to protect them, and then if it is so if once this awareness is created, these people will desist from hunting of animals. As far as organized poachers are concerned, we are working on that, and we will whenever we find any such, we nab them, then we take we basically will are working on to identify all such persons and to put them behind bars. Then as far as the current lockdown is concerned, we have noticed few cases where animals have been hunted. First one was a case where we found that one sambar deer and one civet cat was killed inside the Nongkilem Wildlife Sanctuary. Our people, our patrolling team could detect them, but and then they seized all this meat and 2 guns and all other materials. But because of this difficult terrain, these people have escaped, and then we are still trying to find out their whereabouts, and we are sure, and we are hopeful that we will arrest them soon. Then we also found an unfortunate incident of a case where one bear was killed. So there we could identify all these 10 persons who were involved in killing or killing of that bear. We have already arrested them, and they are already the matter is already before the court. Then we found another incident of a carcass of deer that was near Mawphlang community reserve, Mawphlang Sacred Grove. So in that case also we could not, so far we could not identify the persons involved in killing of that deer. We are trying to ascertain the identity, as and when we find, then we will take necessary action as per law. We also found one person along with a gun inside the Nongkilem sanctuary. We have arrested that person, and necessary actions are being taken to cancel the arm license issued to him. Apart from that, we during this time have strengthened our patrolling of all these areas. We are trying to create awareness among the people also, and for that I urge the media that people should be made aware that wildlife is a very important part of our cultural and natural heritage, and we should all endeavor to protect the wild animals. We are not yet sure whether their statement is correct or not. We will further examine, and then so far we have not taken any final view on what actually happened in that incident. Actually, as per law, ignorance of law is not a defense. So, but we also need to make everybody aware that these are the animals which are protected under law. For that, we request the media to help us in creating this awareness. So without you, we alone cannot do much in this regard, because we in the state government has a very little area which is directly under our control. But we can protect wildlife only with the cooperation of the people and and especially the media also. And then the media can help us to obtain cooperation of people.